Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Fed Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is June 30th, 2025, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, Euro soars to new yearly highs once again, but no major economic events scheduled for today. So looking at the market, starting out with the Forex symbols, besides the Euro making new yearly highs, the British pound actually retracing and selling off. That's an interesting weakness there. Now looking at the indices, the Nasdaq making new record highs while the Dow Jones gains to the upside. Now looking at commodities, gold gets a nice bounce. Now looking at the stocks, there's variation of trading higher, some retracement, and some unchanged. So looking at some of the majors, the Meta finally catches up to its highs, while Microsoft retracing just a little bit, and Amazon gets a nice big gap up and a nice gain to go afterwards. That may increase as we go. Now, lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin remains unchanged. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. With the Euro USD, we are capitulating at this new record high level. It's meaning that we're just selling off just a tad of it, okay? If we look at a larger time frame, so look at a weekly chart, yes, there's a little bit of resistance around this area, but nothing really major. The major stuff is at 123, which we haven't seen since 2026, and 160 since 2007. So we've got a lot of area that we can trade through right here, okay, as we're making this nice move up. Now looking at the GBP USD, the other direction, it's selling off. So the question is, will this be the impetus to push the euro lower? Maybe, okay, you gotta have to keep an eye on it as the dollar has gotten weaker almost across the board. Now looking at the Japanese yen, not doing much. Okay, so the Japanese yen has not been in trade for quite some time. Now jumping into commodities, let's take a look at gold as it gets a decent bounce here at 32.89. It's still very choppy trading. If we look at it on the larger time frame, this is supportish level around this area. So for the fact that it's bounced off of it is no big surprise. Now looking at crude oil, also just really a very slight bounce here, but nothing really to write home about. And the same thing with natural gas. Now jumping into the US markets, Nasdaq making all-time record highs last Friday once again, and looking at the Dow Jones, it does play catch-up. Okay, this is very important because the Nasdaq has been very strong and the Dow Jones has been catching up. So with that said, talk about catch-ups, let's take a look at Meta, okay, as it closes into its all-time record highs at 738, as that has made a huge comeback and almost a 50% comeback since April. I mean, that is huge, okay? Talk about opportunities in the market. Now, looking at Microsoft on its highs, just selling right off of its all-time record highs at 498 down to 495. No big deal, but it is selling off, okay? JP Morgan kind of faltered there and didn't do much there either. Now, another big stock to really keep an eye on is AMD. Look at that. It's still very strong, 143, as it's moving higher. Yeah, it did retrace a little bit, but it did get a nice move to the highs, and so did NVIDIA, making new all-time record highs as well. So the markets are strong. We are going into July 4th week. So that means that, you know, generally speaking, we kind of falter at these times. Okay, we may see a sell-off a little bit. All right, so just keep that in mind. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, really unchanged here at the top of the range. Made a nice comeback, but completely natural for it to stall here at this resistance area. This is Fed Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.